Every single day, across the globe, millions of people fold their hands, close their eyes, and recite a 40-verse poem. You have probably heard it playing in temples, echoing from cars in the morning traffic, or streaming softly from your grandparents' radio. The Hanuman Chalisa, we are told, it is a simple prayer of devotion. A beautiful song to praise a monkey god who helped Lord Rama in a time of great need. We are taught to chant it when we are scared in the dark, when we wake up from a terrifying nightmare, or when we are desperate to pass an exam. But what if I told you that everything you know about the Hanuman Chalisa is only scratching the absolute surface? What if I told you that you are not just reciting a religious poem, but you are actually executing an ancient, highly advanced, mathematically precise acoustic code? For centuries, we have treated the Hanuman Chalisa as a tool of blind faith, a cultural habit passed down through generations. But today, we are going to strip away the religious dogma and look at the cold, hard science. We are going to look at how a 16th century saint calculated the exact distance between the Earth and the Sun, centuries before NASA or modern telescopes even existed. And more importantly, we are going to reveal the terrifyingly powerful secret of how these 40 verses are specifically engineered to literally rewrite the neural pathways in your human brain, destroy the frequency of fear, and pull immense wealth and power into your reality. If you thought this was just a simple prayer, you are not ready for the truth. To understand the hidden technology of the Chalisa, we have to travel back in time to the year 1600. The Mughal Emperor Akbar was ruling the Indian subcontinent with an iron fist. According to historical legends of the era, Akbar summoned the great saint and poet Goswami Tulsidas to his royal court. The emperor had heard widespread rumors of Tulsidas performing divine miracles, and with the arrogance of an absolute ruler, he demanded that Tulsidas perform a miracle for his entertainment on the spot. Tulsidas, a man of absolute truth and unwavering devotion, looked at the most powerful emperor in the world and calmly replied, "I have no magic. I have no miracles. I only know the name of my Lord Rama." Akbar, deeply insulted and furious at this open defiance, ordered his guards to seize the saint. He threw Tulsidas into a dark, rat-infested dungeon in the city of Fatehpur Sikri and locked the heavy iron doors. Now, put yourself in Tulsidas's shoes for a moment. You are locked in a pitch-black cell. You are facing imminent execution. The most powerful man on the planet wants you dead. What do? Most ordinary people would break down and beg for mercy. Most people would cry in despair. Tulsidas did neither. He sat down calmly in the suffocating darkness, closed his eyes and began to compose. For 40 days and 40 nights he sat in that dungeon. But he wasn't writing a plea for royal mercy. He was writing a sonic weapon. He was engineering a sequence of sounds so powerful that, on the 40th day, an army of millions of aggressive wild monkeys suddenly descended upon the city of Fatehpur Sikri. They swarmed the royal palace, attacked the guards, destroyed the grounds, and created such absolute, uncontrollable chaos that Emperor Akbar was forced to surrender and release the saint. But how did he do it? Was it just a mythological fairy tale? No. It was the precise science of frequency. Tulsidas was not just a poet. He was a master of sonic engineering. And he left the blueprint of his technology right out in the open, hidden in plain sight inside the Chalisa itself. Let us look at the most mind-bending piece of evidence hidden in the 18th verse. If you have ever chanted the Chalisa, you know the line, Yug Sahasra Yojan Parbhanu, Lilyotahi Madhur Faljanu. For generations, temple priests translated this simply as, "You jumped and swallowed the sun, thinking it was a sweet fruit." It sounds like a cute, harmless mythological story about baby Hanuman's immense hunger. But let us stop looking at it like a children's story and start looking at it like a mathematical equation. Tulsidas was a master of Vedic astrology, astronomy, and advanced mathematics. He chose his words with absolute, deliberate precision. Let us break down the code. Yug represents the Vedic concept of cosmic ages. In Vedic mathematics, one complete cycle of the 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali, equals exactly 12,000 divine years. So, Yug equals 12,000. The next word is Sahasra, which is the Sanskrit word for 1,000. The third word is Yojan. A yojan is an ancient Vedic unit of distance. According to the ancient astronomical text, the Surya Siddhanta, 1 yojan is exactly equal to 8 miles. Now let us do the simple math that Tulsidas encoded in this single poetic line. Yog multiplied by Sahasra multiplied by yojan. That is 12,000 multiplied by 1,000 multiplied by 8. The result, 96,000. 96 million miles. Yog Sahasra Yojan par Banu. Banu means the sun. Tulsidas explicitly stated that the sun is situated at a distance of 96 million miles from the earth. Now fast forward 300 years into the future. Western astronomers, using highly advanced telescopes, radar technology, and complex calculus, finally calculate the exact distance between the earth and the sun. And what number did they come up with? Modern organizations like NASA state that the average distance from the Earth to the Sun is approximately 93 million miles, with an elliptical orbit that reaches up to 94.5 million miles at its furthest point. When you account for the slight variations in the conversion of ancient yojanas to modern miles over centuries, Tulsidas's calculation, made in a pitch-black prison cell in the 16th century without a single instrument, is staggeringly accurate. It is an astronomical bullseye. This raises a terrifying reality-shifting question. How did he know? He didn't have a telescope. He didn't have a satellite orbiting the Earth. He knew because ancient Indian spirituality was not a blind belief system. It was an advanced science of consciousness. The ancient rishis understood that the universe is not made of solid, dead matter. The universe is made of vibration. And if you know how to tune your mind to the right frequency, the universe reveals all of its deepest secrets to you directly. This brings us to the core, hidden secret of the Hanuman Chalisa. If Tulsidas encoded advanced astrophysics into just one verse, what is encoded in the rest of the 39 verses? To understand this, we have to look at a modern branch of physics called cymatics. Cymatics is the study of visible sound and vibration. If you take a flat metal plate, cover it evenly with sand, and play different sound frequencies through a speaker attached to the plate, something magical happens. The chaotic grains of sand suddenly organize themselves into beautiful, complex geometric mandalas. Different frequencies create different shapes. Low, dissonant, angry frequencies create chaotic, ugly, fragmented patterns. High, harmonic, pure frequencies create perfect, symmetrical divine geometry. Sound literally creates physical reality. Sound shapes matter. Now look at your own body. You are not a solid block of meat and bone. Your brain, your blood, and your entire body are made up of over 70% water. You are essentially a walking, talking vessel of fluid. When you speak, when you listen, and especially when you chant, you are sending acoustic shockwaves through the water in your own body. If chaotic sounds create chaotic patterns in sand, what do you think the chaotic sounds of the modern world are doing to you? The negative news, the angry music, the constant notifications, the stress of your daily life, what are they doing to the water inside your cells? They are creating profound biological chaos. They are generating the low frequency of stress, anxiety, and disease. This is exactly where the Hanuman Chalisa functions as a piece of spiritual technology. The Chalisa is composed of exactly 40 verses. The word Chalisa literally translates to 40. Why 40? In human biology and psychology, it takes roughly 40 days to completely break an old habit, form a new one, and create a permanent new neural pathway in the brain. Furthermore, the entire poem is constructed in a highly specific poetic meter called chopai. A chopai has 4 syllables per line, creating a highly specific, repetitive rhythmic oscillation. When you chant the Hanuman Chalisa, you are not just saying words to please a god. You are generating a precise, harmonic cymatic frequency. You are vibrating the water in your cells into perfect geometric symmetry. You are physically hacking your own biology. But the technology goes even deeper than just calming your physical body. The words themselves act as a psychological lock and key mechanism for your subconscious mind. We all know the most famous line, Bihut pisach nikat nahi ave, Mahavir jab naam sunave. It translates to, ghosts and demons will not come near when the name of the great hero is chanted. For centuries, people have taken this entirely literally. They chant it when they are walking down a dark street at night, or when they hear a strange, creaking noise in an empty house. But the ancient sages were not talking about Hollywood ghosts hiding under your bed. They were talking about the real demons, the psychological demons that destroy human potential. The boot represents the ghosts of your past failures, your childhood traumas, the painful memories and the things you simply cannot let go of. The pisach represents the vampires of the present, the toxic people draining your energy, your own crippling daily anxiety, your self-doubt, your procrastination, and your deep-seated fear of poverty. These are the real, terrifying demons that haunt humanity every single day. When you chant the Hanuman Chalisa with deep focus, the specific acoustic frequency of the Chaupai meter physically stimulates the vagus nerve and calms the amygdala, the fear center of your brain. It literally stops the biological production of cortisol, the stress hormone. It neutralizes your physical response to fear. But it doesn't just stop there. And this is the ultimate twist. This is the profound secret that the billionaires, the mystics, and the true masters of reality understand. The universe operates on the strict law of resonance. You do not attract what you idly wish for. You attract what you are. If your nervous system is vibrating with the low frequency of fear, anxiety, and lack, you will constantly manifest situations that make you poorer, more stressed, and more trapped. But when the Hanuman Chalisa neutralizes that deep-seated fear, it does something incredible. It creates a massive psychological void. It creates a state of absolute, unbreakable inner peace. And as we know from the laws of manifestation, peace creates the vacuum that pulls wealth in. The Chalisa is not a magic fairy spell that drops bags of gold on your head while you sleep. It is a biological tuning fork. It deliberately tunes your entire nervous system to the exact frequency of supreme confidence, unwavering focus, and absolute fearlessness. When you walk into a high-stakes business meeting, when you launch a massive new project, when you face a seemingly impossible obstacle, and your brain is wired with the frequency of Mahavir, the great hero, you do not hesitate. You do not second-guess your worth. You execute with lethal, calm precision. You naturally become an unstoppable magnet for high-frequency realities like extreme wealth, massive success, and true power, simply because the low-frequency demons of doubt and fear have literally been vibrated out of your physical body. So, the next time you hear the Hanuman Chalisa playing, do not just treat it as pleasant background noise. Do not just blindly recite it without understanding the immense, universe-bending power you hold in your own mouth. You are wielding a sonic weapon designed by an astronomical genius to help you break out of the matrix of your own limitations. You're using the exact same technology that shook the heavy stone walls of a Mughal prison. It is time to stop begging the divine for small favors and start actively using the divine technology they left behind for us to conquer this world. Tomorrow morning, try a real experiment. Don't just listen to it on your phone. Sit up straight, keep your spine perfectly erect, and chant it out loud. Feel the physical vibration in your chest. Feel the acoustic resonance in your skull. Do it consistently for 40 days and watch how the geometry of your life physically transforms before your eyes. Watch how the ghosts disappear and watch the massive abundance that rushes in to fill the vacuum. If this scientific and psychological breakdown of our ancient texts blew your mind and changed how you see reality, you need to hit that like button right now. It is the only way to help us defeat the algorithm and spread this deeply hidden knowledge to the rest of the world. Tell me in the comments below, have you ever felt a physical shift in your energy or your reality while listening to or chanting the Chalisa? I read every single comment, and your experiences truly matter to this community. Subscribe to the channel and turn on all bell notifications, because next week we are going to dive into the darkest, most terrifying chapter of the Ramayana. We are going to reveal the chilling night Hanuman had to descend into the underworld to fight a demon king, and the shocking secret behind his five-faced Panchamukhi form. You absolutely do not want to miss it. Jai Shri Ram.